Meta could be interesting here for sure. We're inside the gap again, right? Bigger than any of the selling volume we've seen so far today, right? It's definitely positive. Yeah, it's space towards 279, so we don't need as much of a pullback here. So a bit of a disappointing trade here this morning on Meta. Took about $1 per share loss. I think I just ended up chasing a move that was a little bit too extended. Although we got good volume, it was a little bit outside of my usual kill zone, and probably a trade I talked myself into when I could have looked for something else. I didn't see perfect strength here, which ended up costing me money. So something in that range, right, would be an appropriate pullback. So it's very reasonable here, right? We're looking to risk $1 to make $2. Honestly, watching this back, I'm a little bit annoyed I actually traded this on the 5-min time frame. If I looked at this on, say, the 15 or the 30, then I would have had a winning setup signal on this if I just waited another 15 minutes. So I got a little bit too impatient and outside of my kill zone, trusted a shorter term time frame, so caught myself up in some nasty variance. So setting everything up here, right? And the setup that I'm looking for here is basically the weak pullback after a breakout, which we got really nicely on the 30-min time frame. So third candle of the day is kind of a bottom heavy doji. That should have been my close stop loss low of that candle, and then basically buy for that same sort of target. That would have been the winning setup. Fight the urge to chase here. Okay, so it's gonna get that overreaction flush inside. Okay, still waiting here, right? Still waiting. All right, guys, I am in average price 276.42. I'm not sure if I really saw that overreaction flush there either. Watching this back, kind of seems like it was a little bit of a slow bouncer down, and then as I'm filling this, that's maybe where I'm starting to see that reaction a little bit. So I'm ultimately, I mean, I gave myself $1 stop loss here. But I think my entry was maybe not perfect or suboptimal. I got shooken out just enough, right, by 50 cents or so. And I should have maybe avoided that. So yeah, I think playing this on the wrong time frame then led to the wrong entry, which then led to the wrong stop loss, right? So I ended up compounding things in a nasty way. Maybe not the best entry here. See if we can get that nice little bounce. Maybe a little bit early there. A little bit early. I'm just creating hopium for myself here too, right? So kind of telling myself or convincing myself that I was a bit early on my entry, but correct thesis. I did have the correct thesis, but not on the correct time frame. So kind of talking myself into some garbage here, which isn't exactly a great feeling. 20 cents. Maybe dip buying all the other names. the bounce here pretty quick. I think it was weak bears so far, but bulls ain't stepping in defending that breakout. That doesn't feel great. Still holding, but want to see separation. I hate being early. Okay, 30 cents. Bit mixed emotions here. Part of me thinks I'm late on this. Like the juice has already been squeezed kind of thing. Do you think going forward that outside of the first 30 minutes, I'm probably not going to be looking for 5-min confirmations? Just going back through a few of my previous trades, seems like when I get those 5-min signals outside of that first sort of 30, 40 minutes, I kind of end up getting screwed a little bit. Where I have the right thesis, but kind of getting the wrong confirmation signal. Still in here. Still in, but I think I'm going to cut. We get a little relief here, maybe. A little fake out. Still in. So stop loss on this trade was $1, right? Or my position was sized to take $1 stop loss. So I was kind of willing to let it give me a little bit of a fake out here under this 275.70 because I knew that I would be kind of cutting it at 275.40ish, right? That kind of area if it got there. So I had a little bit of fake out insurance, but I maybe should have cut it and saved myself a few bucks. Just one of those technique things that every now and then, if I can get a bigger discount, I'll extend that volatility zone as my stop loss. I've seen strong bears step in. I haven't seen it. Again, right, I'm kind of getting those clues that my idea is sort of correct, but my timing was wrong. And so I think a lot of that would be fixed, just relying on a slightly more advanced signal or a weaker long-term pullback versus short-term pullback. Okay, let's see if we can go here. Okay, almost back to entry price, right? 20 cents again. Feel a little bit slimy here. Feels a little bit like a dirtbag trade. Apple, SPY, Tesla going higher again. I feel Thesis is probably still good, but I don't like the timing. I have to do some kind of almost like greasy trading here to make money on this. So it feels like a dirtbag trade. That's what that means to me. So I'd say at this point, I know that I'm probably wrong on this, but I'm maybe a little bit too emotionally invested to cut this where it is right now. So I end up taking a full dollar stop loss plus a little bit of slippage on this here, and you'll see that kind of fade or break down here in the next few seconds. So my takeaway from this trade, right, is just to, after that sort of 10 a.m. time frame, start looking at those longer signals only and maybe ignore the 5 min unless it's just unignorable. So on the 15 min time frame, on the 30 min time frame, would have gotten that first red candle after green candle, A+ setup look, and I should have traded that instead. All right, guys, I've closed my position here.